lot of caddisflies hatching right now, but there's no action from the fish. They don't seem interested. We got some rain past couple nights, so it's a little bit high. But I've seen some of these caddis laying eggs, dropping down, hitting the water, and I saw a couple other ones land right in the water and struggle, and no takers. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe they're gonna wake up in a bit, feed at the very end of the night, right before it gets dark. But I want to try one other spot before I head back. But this is it's spring. I mean, it's almost summer now.
And it felt like summer too, with a few rainy days that ended in a misty sunshine. And on one of those, I broke away from the computer work and headed to the stream. First cast of the year. Good golly. What a spot.
I've been stowed away out of the rain, needed space for gathering my strength up. 'Cause the light in the morning had been sharp as the knives you used for carving out those words, love. And it's been strange sailing these days. The nights turn my empty pockets out and fill them with moon and the wind and the wild blooming brews a beginning again.
And even though there were bugs out, the fish weren't taking. But actually catching one is just a bonus anyway. The lime green and yellow hills were only days away from full bloom, and little Harper was home from her surgery and recovering well.
I have kept my mind because of the people who care for me, buoying my heart up. And I have not been saved by cleverness, not mine or yours. Love, I think it might have burned us. So it's been strange sailing these days. The nights turn my empty pockets out and fill them with moon and the wind and the wild blooming brews a beginning again.
right, so we're standing in my little wood lot, and then behind me is a big open area that I want to turn into a utility area with a pole barn. Right now there's a ton of down trees. The ground is super uneven. There's a maple in the back, which will be good firewood. And then this pine, I'll probably just buck up for outdoor fire pit wood or something like that. Get this area cleaned up.
And it was beautiful watching the yard progress through spring as the property was slowly being transformed.
I don't think I've ever been this close to a hawk. It flew right over my head. It landed on the branch above the bobcat. And now it flew and it's on this branch right here. I've seen more birds of prey this year than ever before. And I was actually talking to the farmer that we got our soil for the garden from. And also I've had more problems with mice than ever before this year. I wonder if it's cyclical. And there's so many eagles, so many hawks, so many owls, and we see them all the time, all over the place. I mean, the hawks are getting audacious, like this one right here. And so I was talking to this farmer, and he said it was a record year for pine cones in, I guess, last fall. And pine cones are on a 2-year cycle, but they all dropped last fall. And squirrels and mice and other critters eat the seeds off of the pine cone. So with this record year of pine cone, perhaps the rodent population has flourished. And now the predatory birds are coming in numbers, and it's just interesting how these ecosystems work and how something that might seem insignificant can have a huge effect.
Hey, Light-it.
How's the little guy?
She's doing so good. She's so full of life today. She's been eating a ton.
Hey, Tootsie. Hey, lady. Hey, lady.
But I have different kinds
Oh, yeah. You know.
In the past, we've done a lot of exploring and driving around, capturing spring. But this year, we've just been home for the most part, and it's been really special watching spring take hold in our yard, my parents' yard, and just the local roads. There's been something really simple, relaxing, and refreshing about spring at home. And the other thing that's made this spring really special is having Harper and my mom's new puppy Lucy, and just having all the animals around all spring. It really adds a lot of life to it. Ever since I was a kid, I've just
loved being surrounded by animals. I find it so calming. Lucy's already grown so much. She's getting big and strong, and honestly, I mean, she's been eating a lot of Sundays, her and Hudson both. And Sundays is the sponsor of this video. Sundays is fresh dog food made from a short list of human-grade ingredients. It was co-founded by a practicing veterinarian. It's all natural. And the thing that really separates Sundays is that there's no prep, no mess, and it's easy to store. Usually with dog food, you can either get really fresh dog food and then there's a big hassle, or you can get not so fresh dog food that isn't great for your pup, but it's super easy. With Sundays, you get fresh food that's easy to store and serve. The magic is in the air drying process. You preserve all of the nutrients and the freshness. It's also really easy to travel with. Sundays contains 90% meat, 10% vegetables, and 0% synthetic nutrients. It's made in the USA and it gets shipped right to your door, so you never have to worry about running out of food. Dog parents report all sorts of noticeable benefits, and I gotta say, Lucy is a prime example of what can happen. She is a ball of energy. Her coat looks amazing. Our animals are our best friends. We love them with our whole hearts, and they deserve to get the best food available. And right now, you can get 50% off your first order of Sundays. Just go to sundaysfordogs.com/trout or use code TROUT at checkout. So thank you to Sundays for sponsoring this video, for keeping Hudson and Lucy healthy, and for continuing to support this channel. And now back to the story. The royal mouse sniffing the wind. Harper's incision was looking a bit off, so we took her back to the vet. And since they didn't have cones small enough for her, we had to make one ourselves.
Oh,
Sleepy
Harper. One day we'll laugh about this. I promise.
You left for the west, but you ain't no cowboy, brother. You're a river rock jumper, a hilltop hopper. Oh, I never forget why you. And there was a lot of long days of work putting these stories together.
I've been up since 6 a.m. yesterday morning editing. Mowgli's been up too. Not straight, but you know, he's been up. 24 hours of work. Takes over 100 hours to film one of these videos of filming and editing. But I got a dedication.
I only had this fast little machine until the end of May, so the race was on to rough out all the parking areas and drainage, and leave myself enough time to spread the final mix and compact it. And so I worked out there as often as I could, even if it was only a couple hours between editing, and the progress was beginning to add up. And so I moved to the other parking areas to finish clearing them out. and I drove the Dodge swiftly to avoid getting stuck in the slick mud, but still ended up having to tow myself a few times. But by the end of this day, all the firewood on the property was now organized in one place, and the driveway project was that much further along.
What a nice, gentle placement. That was one of my best. Oh! Jeez.
Little lady.
So Harper has been recovering very well from her surgery. She's been eating like a little pig, eating 4 times a day, smaller servings, and she's gained 1 pound, which is amazing. You can feel it on her too, like you can't really feel her spine as much anymore because she was very thin before, and now she's getting thick. But along the incision on her tummy, I guess she got necrosis where the skin dies. I don't know if it's spread or whatnot, but like a lot, it just did not, it looks better now, but it did not look good at all. And it started to get worse, and went to the vet, and they gave us a liquid antiseptic and then more recently an ointment, and both of those just kind of made the wounds wet. I don't even want to show you because it looked really bad. This has been a roller coaster, like a heart attack, like as if it wasn't enough that this tiny little kitten had to go through this crazy surgery, and then she was recovering great, and then about a week into recovery this thing starts happening, and there was just it was a roller coaster, so much stress. It's like, holy crap, is she gonna have to have like another skin transplant surgery? I don't know. And as of right now, I mean, I still don't know. She's not completely healed or anything, but it looks a lot better, and she's just so full of life today. She's so vocal and really moving around very good, even though she has this stupid jester hat on. She's one of the best tempered. She just deals with it. She deals with the antibiotic. We have to shoot a liquid antibiotic into her mouth every night. We had to do 3 of them when she first came home. Now she's down to 1. She doesn't complain. She still purrs up a storm. She can't lick herself. That's one thing I feel really bad about. She can't groom herself, but she just deals with it. And I just keep telling her, like, not many kittens that would be this tough go through this, and when you finally are fully healed and you can just be yourself again, it's gonna feel so good because you had to go through such drama. Little Harper, gosh, she's so cute.
until my good friend swung by and I cared for the machines as I continued on with the driveway transformation.
Keep going. Go all the way. All the places I've ever seen a snake.
Well, this is looking a lot better than it was. I've got it pretty much open all the way around. I just got to get these are all broken branches. Just the last pickup here, I'm going to smooth out this dirt and start to make this a nice big square. But I'm a little stressed out because Harper just had to go back to the vet. I can't think about anything else. I just don't want to get a call from Allie saying, oh no, she's got to go to the emergency vet. This is really bad. Such a roller coaster. It's seriously so stressful. Some days she's doing so good and you feel so much hope and you feel relief like it's over. And then some days it's like, whoa, is she okay? Is she gonna make it? Like, what's going on here?
And no matter what was going to happen, we were doing everything we could for her. And trying to balance out all the hard work with some magic pit stops along the way.
Celebrate the plume, celebrate. Here they go.
It had happened gradually right in front of our eyes. The Shire turned from gray to green, and now we had the entire wildflower summer ahead of us. It was going to be the busiest summer of our lives. But as long as we took time for moments like this, we could stay balanced the whole way through.